Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. Today I Saloni welcomes the students of standard 4th to the online lecture of computers. So we will study about the chapter number 2, that is Know Your Computer. So a computer is an electronic machine. It works on the principle of input processing output, that is IPO cycle. This can be understood in the following way. So here you can see the following diagram. It makes you understand the IPO cycle. So first I stands for input. It means that it takes in the data and the instructions that we feed into it using the input devices. Then P stands for processing. It means that it stores and processes the instructions we feed into it. And last, output. O stands for output. It gives the result using the output devices. Now let me explain you this IPO cycle with a simple example. If a user want to search Microsoft Word in a computer, then first he type MS Word using the keyboard, or he can search the MS Word using the mouse. So after that, the instructions or the commands given by the user goes to the CPU. It means to the processing unit. There the process takes place given by the user, and finally it searches that whether MS Word is presented in the computer or not. If yes, then it shows the output. The output is shown in the output devices like monitor. If not, then the error message will be displayed on the monitor that match doesn't exist. It means that the user gives the input using the input devices like keyboard, mouse. Then the processing is done by the CPU. And finally, the result or the output is displayed by the output devices like monitor and printer. Okay, so this is the concept of the IPO cycle. Now, a computer system mainly consists of the hardware and software devices. Okay, so the devices are of two types. One is hardware devices which we can touch, we can feel. Then second one is software devices, that is the set of the programs which we cannot touch or feel. First, hardware. All the physical devices of the computer that we can touch and see are called the hardware. Based on their functions, they can be divided into different categories. So first are input devices. The input devices are used to give inputs to the computer. It means that the user instructions or commands are given by the input devices. So the example of input devices are mouse, keyboard and microphone. Then the processing devices. It means that CPU, which is used to perform the operations. This is used to process the given input. It means that whether we have given a sum to a computer, then the calculation is taken place in the central processing unit. So it is used to perform the process or the calculation. So the example of the processing device is CPU, that is central processing unit. Now second is output device. They give us the result of the work done by the computer. It means that finally the result or the output is displayed. So which are the output devices? Examples are printer, monitor and third one is speaker. Now storage devices. They are used to store the data for future use and safety. It means finally the storage devices are used to store the data. Whenever the user gives the input, do you know that where the data is stored? Like a human being, we can store everything in our brain. So a computer brain is known as a memory. So a computer stores the data for the further use in its memory. So which are the example of storage devices? CD-ROM, that is DVD, hard disk and a pen drive. Okay, so here we have studied about the hardware devices. So now we will go in deep about this hardware devices. First is input devices. And input devices feed the information, data and instructions to a computer. It means that the input is given by the user in the form of data or instructions or a commands. The computer accepts the data and processes them before giving the output. Let us know about some input devices. So which are the input devices? First one is keyword. A keyword contains a grid of buttons called keys. It means many buttons are available in a keyword. It means A to Z, all the numbers, other signs, symbols, everything is available on the keyboard. So that is known as a grid of buttons. We press the key to feed data into the input in the form of words of numbers. It means that if you want to write A, then you have to type the A button or the A key from the keyboard. So here you can see the picture of the keyboard. So this is the keyboard. Okay, that is one of the input devices. Second input device is mouse. A mouse is a pointing device that allows us to feed the data into the computer by pointing, clicking, dragging and dropping. So here is an image of the mouse. A mouse is a pointing device. It means you can point. It means you can click on it. You can drag it. You can point it anywhere. It means a cursor. You can move the cursor anywhere. You can just click on the mouse. You can just drag. It means place a file to the another document or the another drive and dropping. Okay, so this is known as a mouse. This is also one type of input device. So the third input device is graphic tablet. A graphic tablet helps us to insert hard drawn images into a computer directly. It means that the hard drawn images are inserted. It means the handwritten images or the hand printed image which you have written. Anything if you are writing and you want it in a computer, then it is possible using a graphic tablet. You can use a stylus to enter them. It is mostly used to enter digital signatures. Here if you want a digitalized signature of yours, it means you are signing anything on the paper and now you want it in the soft copy in a computer, then this device will help you to convert it into the graphic format or the computerized format. The fourth input device is light pen. A light pen is a pointing device shaped like a pen. It is connected to the VDU, that is Visual Display Unit. It is used to draw pictures or to select menu options. It is easy to use as it a hand like a pen. It can be used in the place of a mouse to select options and making drawings or graphics on the screen. So here you can see that here brush is available. I can do anything using a brush. So in the same way, a pen is available which is known as a light pen. It is used to input anything, to draw anything, to draw any pictures or anything into a screen. It can be a mobile screen, it can be a PC screen, it can be a laptop screen. It works like a mouse. It means how a mouse is used to move on the screen, in the same way the light pen is also used to move anything, to select any of the options and to draw anything in the electronic device. Okay, so the another input device is microphone. A microphone is an input device that helps to give inputs to the computer in the form of sound or voice. It is mainly used for sound recording. Okay, so here you can use a microphone. Mic is there. That mic is used to give the input to the computer. It means that if a person don't know how to write, he cannot use a keyboard or the mouse. So he can speak. Here YouTube also provides you the facilities of microphone. If you want to search anything in the YouTube, then you can just click on the mic button and speak anything that will be presented in the YouTube videos. Here also in the same way, a microphone is used to give the inputs by speaking. It means in the form of sound or in the form of voice. It is mainly used for recording the sound. Okay, so another input device is webcam. A webcam is a camera that helps to put images into a computer by directly clicking them. It is commonly used for a web chats as it helps us to see the person we are chatting with. You can see that in the mobile phones, front cameras are available. It means that here you are able to see me. Why? Because I am taking a video from the mobile phones and I am having the camera facility. But personal computers, it means PC, do not have front cameras. So for that, a web camera is inserted. Here you can see the picture of the web camera. This is a web camera which is placed, which is plugged into or which is cabled with a computer so that your picture can be seen to the another one. Okay, so it is most probably used in web chats like video calling. You can see the person. It means in the PC, because front camera is not available, the person uses the webcam. It means that it is one type of camera which is used to put the images into a computer. It can be used to communicate with the person, to perform the web chats. Okay, so this is an example of web camera. This is also one type of input device. Now another one is joystick. A joystick is a computer device which is used to play games in the computer. Here you can see that one steering is given. This is one type of car steering. This is known as a joystick. It is used to play the games in the computer. it usually has a handle with a spring button on the top. Or when the trigger finger it is often used to control inputs in the video game. So in PlayStation, I think you all must be familiar about games, that is PlayStation. So in PlayStation also this joystick is used. So it is one type of input device which is used to play the games in the computer. So it is the most familiar input devices for the kids. You will enjoy using the joystick. The next is barcode reader. A barcode reader reads the barcodes as an input data. It consists of a light source, a sense and the light sensor. It is used to read the small images of the lines and spaces that are affixed to the retail store items, identification cards and postal mail. It can identify a particular product number, person or a location through these lines and spaces. Okay, so now let me make you understand this barcode in a simple language. Whenever you go to any of the mart or any of the mall with your parents, you can see that you will get an electronic bill. A person must be having this device in this head. If you go to PhD Mart or if you go to JJ Mart or if you go to Sahyog Mart here in Mahua, you will see that the person will be having this device in the hand. Whatever items you are purchasing, he will just put these devices in the front of that item, because that barcode is available. In every products, the barcode is given. At last, some signs or symbols will be given inside the white rectangle, that is known as a barcode. So this device is inserted in the front of that barcode and you will get the price of the item. It means that what is the cost of the item, you will be get directly using this barcode. So this barcode reader is usually used in the marts and the malls to generate the bills, because you do not know the price of every single item. Then it is very useful to use the barcode. It means that behind every product the barcode will be given, which gives you the price of that item. It means that what is the price of that item you can know using an barcode. So this barcode reader is used to get the price of every of the items, whether you go to a retail store, whether you go to a mart, whether you go to a mall or a wholesaler. Everyone nowadays will be having a barcode reader to get the price of the particular item you purchased. Okay, so there are many other input devices also. So the next is biometric sensor. A biometric sensor is used to recognize individuals on the basis of their physical or behavioral traits. It is used to mark the attendance of the employees or the students in the organization and the institutions respectively. It is also popular as a security device to provide restricted entry to the security area. So you can see that this is a biometric sensor. In our school also, in our St. Thomas school also, there is a biometric sensor available. So whenever a teacher visits the school, then he have to put his biometric on that device. A thumb impression is there. You can see that a thumb impression is there. So this thumb impression you have to press on that sensor. Okay, so this or this, any of the biometric you can give. So when you are entering new in the school, it means that any new teacher is appointing in the school, then his finger impression or thumb impression is fixed into that device. So whenever a teacher arrives or whenever the teachers leave, he or she have to put his biometrics in that device. Why it is required? Why the teachers and the students put the biometrics here? Because the person can know that when the teachers or when the employee have come to the office or the schools, when they have reached the school, at what time they have reached and at what time they are leaving the schools. It means to get the perfect records of the employees working in the company, the teachers working in the schools, or the bankers working in the following banks. To keep all the records of the employees, that then when they are coming, when they are leaving, have they come or not, are they present or not, to keep all that records, a biometric sensor is required. Okay, so the biometric sensor clear to know. Now the last input device is a scanner. A scanner is a device that helps us to put printed pictures, text and illustrations into a computer. It reads the images and translates into a form that a computer can use. Flatbed, sheet-fed, handheld, slide and drum are the 5 common types of scanners. So these are the types of scanner. First is flatbed scanner, second is sheet-fed scanner, third is handheld scanner, fourth is slide scanner, and fifth is drum scanner, and first one is flatbed scanner. Okay, so these are the type of scanners. These scanners, why these scanners are used? In short, that if you are having a photograph, if you are having a picture on your hand, it means hard copy you are having, and you want it in the computerized form, it means that you want it in the soft copy, then you uses these devices. This device will convert the picture into the digital form. Digital form means in a computerized form you can get your images. For getting it into the computerized form, a scanner is required. It means that if you are having a picture of yours, see here my picture is there, I want it in the mobile phone or I want it in the computer, then I uses the scanner. A scanner is the machine which is used to convert the hard copy into the soft copy. Okay, so here our input devices are finished. Now we will continue with the output devices in our next period. Okay students, bye bye, have a great day ahead, and if you are having any of the doubts regarding computer subject, then you can call me at the school from 8 to 10. The school numbers will be provided to you in the WhatsApp group. So you can call me between 8 to 10. I will be available to you. Okay, bye bye.